The dome of the California Capitol building lit up dramatically here at our broadcast and time to get into it. NBA, this is Kevin Harlan. We've got David. Here's a look at some numbers for Lillard.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true percentage. It's moving straight 5 game.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the off. Hey, Dave.
De'Aaron Fox talked about his mentality on the court. He put the ball in his hands. He says, I'm going to take over the game. It doesn't have to be scoring, just always attacking. Always. Don't back down from anyone. Kevin, I know you're a dog. Back to you.
A little intimidation factor, DA. Thanks. Brent, 2 explosive backcourts. When you were playing, who was the toughest guard that you found to defend?
Well, I would start off with a guy named Allen Iverson. And the reason that I start with that, the reason I start with Kevin is I just saw the back of the jersey all the time, so I remember Iverson clear as day. But if I went deeper, I would tell you guarding the Hall of Famer Mitch Richmond at the time when he was playing for the Sacramento Kings, they would run an offensive set, much like for Reggie Miller, guys who were big and strong. That was good for me to try to fight through those kind of screens. But if you gave Mitch Richmond 8 inches, 2 points.
And Richmond was strong and had bulk to his body.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me, Kevin.
I can see the bruises. The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Hood and Tolliver at the forwards. And it's Whiteside in at the 5, patrolling the paint. And for the Kings, Hield and Barnes are the 2 and the 3. Rashawn Holmes out there with Nemanja Bjelica. And it's Fox in at the 1. Whiteside, and the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, the vision's one thing, but the timing also helps. Lillard prepared to get the ball to his teammate.
Pass to Hield. On the wing, Barnes. Makes it off the glass.
Using every bit of muscle he's got on that one. What can I say? Harrison Barnes likes to get in and attack.
Cullen passes to Whiteside. Lillard against Fox. They grab their own miss. Whiteside doesn't go for him. And it's Fox with the ball for the Kings. The last time these 2 clubs came together was also in this building, with an unfortunate ending for the home team.
Yeah, and their last time playing against this club, they fell short. Cheap fouls really plagued their starting unit.
But I'm sure they learned their lesson from that game. They know they can't afford to have their first unit unavailable when the game is at critical junctures this time around.
Here's McCollum following the basket by Buddy Hield. Here's Whiteside. And a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. Whiteside's got his second bucket.
Well, Whiteside beats everybody to the ball, but then maybe the wingspan helps out. 7'7", reach over the top, snatch that.
Hield against McCollum. Hield with it. He had 22 points in the win against the Hawks in Atlanta. Clock at 4, and here's Barnes for 3. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
These are bonuses. When you get Bjelica inside to mix it up that way, that helps.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Here's Lillard, and no good. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
Impressive to see them on the road just step up and have that kind of offensive performance.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Pass to Whiteside. Kicks it to McCollum. From the stripe, and the jumper is good.
You give CJ that kind of shot, and he's going to knock it down. He'll exploit the defense all night long.
And so Fox will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. McCollum against Hield. Over McCollum. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Impressive how Hield can take contact and still remain laser focused on finishing a play. He plays much bigger than his body.
The Kings shooting their first free throw of the night here.
Definitely an area where they can improve. Only 73% as a team from the line last year.
Free throw drops for Heel.
You think about the Kings and how far off it is that they are from getting into their primes. If they keep learning the game the right way and find some cohesion together here, there's some building blocks for these Kings to do some damage in the near future and sustain it.
Now the dish to Barnes. Second shot opportunity. Portland grabs the miss.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Brent, most NBA players peak around, 27, 28, 30 years old? Kings have a lot of players entering right now that range.
Well, you think about it, they're actually a few years even from that range, Kevin, and so that youth will pay off as long as the player development is there. And if they can stay with a consistent coach for some time here, the likes of Fox and Bagley and Hield and Bogdanovich, it's a nice young core. We'll see if they can get the job done, get themselves into the playoffs, and start getting the kind of experience that propels an organization forward.
So it's Sacramento now. The Blazers getting the bucket. Fox kicks to Barnes. Barnes with another miss.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
We think about Hassan Whiteside's road to where he is now, a second-round pick. Spent some time in the D League, now the G League. And it's great to see him turn his career around. You just wonder how hungry is he to maximize his talent in the years to come.
And he knocks down the first one. And looking at the numbers for Whiteside the last few years, Greg, it seems like his production has come back down a bit.
And for a minute, Whiteside looked like he could be a dominant center, but he struggled since his great 2017 season. Shot selection has been hurting, and sometimes it feels like he is in his own way as a player.
No good on the second free throw.
Well, he might not be blocking 4 shots a game anymore, but Hassan Whiteside's still a factor in the paint defensively.
Now here's Hield. 5 points in the game. And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a whistle he did not want to hear. His second foul, and we're not even out of the first quarter.
Bielitsa passes to Fox. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. And with Whiteside, his size and length set him apart from others defensively. Greg, even at the center position.
You just can't ignore the reach and coverage that Whiteside has when he's in the paint. Even though the block numbers aren't what they once were, the amount of shots he changes is still very high.
Here's Hield following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Fox against Lillard. Fox, no good.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Now Barnes following the three-point attempt by Rodney Hood. And that one's good, Barnes.
Attacking is one thing, Kevin, but body control another, and Harrison Barnes showing you that on that play.
And the pass to McCollum. It doesn't go for him. So the Kings will take it the other way.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. You know, Brett, there may be more of an emphasis on team defense than ever before. Who are some of the better help defenders that you've scouted in the NBA?
I put Rudy Gobert #1 on this list because when you think about help defense, usually you're yelling it from the perimeter. And the reason that you're yelling it, Kevin, is that the player that you were trying to instruct or move a certain way has gotten by you. And the help call out is for somebody to be at the basket. Rudy Gobert does that better than anybody in the league. That's why the Utah Jazz have a chance to grow and go deeper into the playoffs. They got a back line of defense in Gobert that's pretty tremendous.
You love the guys, and Beverly might be in this category, and Smart might be in this category. They can guard down low. They give a little hedge out top, and they get back down again where they're supposed to be.
Well, those guys do a great job of harassing out there.
Yes.
So it's a little bit different in terms of help defense, on-ball defense, the way that Beverly and Marcus Smart and Paul George to that end are able to pester guys. That's one thing, but I'm yelling help because something's gone terribly wrong. Give me Gobert to fix that.
And the Kings will go for a different look here. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Reza comes in for Bielitsa. Bogdanovic, he's checked in for Hield. And it's Joseph in for Fox. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Skal Labissière's checked in for Whiteside. Mario Hezonja comes in for Anthony Tolliver. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Hood. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Now, here's Bogdanovic. He played real well against Atlanta in that last game. Back to Barnes. 14 feet away. That one wide left. Trailblazers trail by 7. Pushing it up. And soft by Hezonja.
Now, Kent Bazemore knows that his contributions come from being active and Bazemore becoming a better passer.
Left side, Joseph. From 18 feet away, Portland grabs the miss.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
Here's Simons. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
I know CJ plays the two-guard position alongside Lillard, but he does have point guard vision, and that's a great find.
Joseph, the pass to Barnes. Here's Dedmon. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
McCollum against Bogdanovic. Pass to Simons. Buries the long-range jumper. Simons has got 5 points so far.
Bazemore is a team player, and right there shared the ball with his teammate.
Joseph, the pass to Ariza. Here's Barnes. A rebound by Hezonja. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Passes it to Bazemore. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, Portland being up there in the PNW, that's the Pacific Northwest, always means a lot of air miles. Matter of fact, they lead the league pretty much every year in distance travel.
For Portland, they have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. But Brent, you talk about all that travel for the Blazers. That can wear you down.
Well, interesting. The Blazers have done some particular things off the floor for their players, bringing in UV lights into the locker rooms, coffee before the game. It's very much hipster Pacific Northwest.
He makes 1 of 2 that time.
And Bazemore is an athletic player who continues to try to evolve his game. He gets out into transition. That's when you're going to get Bazemore at his best.
Now, here's Joseph. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Barnes. And the shot goes in. And the Kings lead by 3.
Well, he doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Kicks to McCollum. Fires from the wing. Good on the jump shot. McCollum's got 6 points.
Well, looking into the gaps of the defense there, he's not going to miss many of those when he gets to that range.
Offensive rebound. Another shot. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to go on Skal Labissière.
surprisingly good mobility there from Dwayne Dedmon. Solid at using the length he has to pick up contact inside.
Sacramento shooting their second and third free throws tonight. The first free throw is good. You know, Brenny's bounced around, but late bloomer Dwayne Dedmon making impressive strides in his game.
Yeah, you think about going from a 10-day contract to having a ton of starts as a center. This guy is very skilled, Dedmon, and the ability to go out and shoot the basketball, I think, has raised the most eyebrows about what he can do for your team offensively.
Good on both.
Well, they've been striving towards it for years now, and the Kings are finally one of the premier up-tempo teams.
Well, it works for them when you have a guy like De'Aaron Fox out there to blast off on any possession. You surround him with great shooters in Bogdanovich and Hield. Puts a lot of pressure on the defense on a nightly basis throughout the course of a regular season.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
To the middle. That's good from Joseph on the assist from Bogdanovich.
Got to have good court awareness, and it was on display right there from Bogdanovich.
Bogdanovich against McCollum. Here's Bazemore, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Teams that make their free throws, they're so tough down the stretch. Let's check out the best. 5th best, the Trailblazers.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
And the first one drops.
And Sacramento seems like a great fit for Luke Walton. Team's approach on offense really matches his own. Should never be a shortage of scoring for the Kings.
You wonder how it is that Luke Walton did his studying coming into this season with how much success last year Dave Yeager had in getting these guys to push the ball up the floor. Luke Walton believes that anyone can rebound and bring it up, and they have the kind of guys who could do that on this roster. You go back to 2015, the Blazers lost 4 of their 5 starters in the offseason. So instead of rebuilding, they retooled around Damian Lillard, and what a piece to retool behind. Amazing how far they've come in the past couple seasons where they've placed in the Western Conference.
They are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Pass to Simons. Back to McCollum. Down it goes. That's 4 made from the field. He's 4 of 8.
Well, McCollum undersized at his position, at least in terms of his strength. But he can play that way because he competes. That's a tough one there.
Now, here's Joseph. 9 points last game. Here's Barnes. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to go on Scalabissiere.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Kings shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. That free throw, no good.
Harrison Barnes, great experience at Golden State, a proven champion on that team, and now entering prime years of his career, trying to be consistent and trying to get a little bit better.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
That's a strange trip because typically he's pretty much money from there.
Lasagna, the pass to Simons. 2 points, that one goes. And now just a 1-point Sacramento lead. Now Barnes. And he also played a big role in their last game with Atlanta. From deep 3-point range, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. Harrison Barnes getting it done for the Sacramento Kings. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And we'll be back with you shortly. The leadership mantle, something that Damian Lillard welcomes. He talked about what that means to him.
A lot of responsibility. When things go bad, people are going to look to you first. They're going to point the finger at you first. And when things go well, they're going to give you the credit. So I think it's just a balance of those two things. Being willing to be that guy and being excited about it. I think you got to have fun with it.
Right on the money as always. Lillard has excelled in that leadership role.
I mean, he plays with so much confidence and composure, but also it's the way he includes his teammates and gets to know them as individuals that makes him a franchise player.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And let's quickly break down the game we've been watching from the Kings, guys.
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court for Sacramento. At small forward and power forward, it's Ariza and Barnes. Bogdanovich is out there with Corey Joseph. And it's Dedmon in at the 5. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Here's Joseph. Barnes outside. Oh, pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Last season, Harrison Barnes had a rough time shooting the ball early on. Brett, that changed after the trade to Sacramento.
Well, Harrison Barnes is a very good player, and I think a lot of people look at what Harrison is getting paid as opposed to what his production is. But with this kind of veteran leader on this team and some young guys in Bogdanovich and Fox and Buddy Hield, Harrison Barnes is the kind of guy that you can lean on to help these guys move along a little bit faster.
And the first one at the line is good. In player development, Brent, what are some of the primary things that can be taught?
I think in today's game, what a lot of PD coaches are looking at, Kevin, is just decision-making, playing out of the pick and roll and coming off into a spot where you're making the correct reads. It's much like, and you cover a lot of football, where you can talk to quarterbacks about their checkdowns.
Yes.
I think you can teach guys how it is that when they come off a screen, what's going to be available to them and paint pictures for them so that when they're on the floor, they become second nature in terms of their decision-making. That can be huge. And then the second thing is always player development, working on confidence in shooting the basketball. You just want guys to feel like whatever shot they're taking, they've got a great chance of making it.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Count that one.
Pretty focused play right there from Harrison Barnes, showing he has what it takes to convert sometimes those challenging buckets like that one there.
The 7th overall pick in 2012 out of North Carolina. Harrison Barnes won a title in Golden State, signs the big contract with Dallas, but yet to achieve the stardom that many predicted back in high school.
Hield's checked in for the Kings. Fox comes in for Corey Joseph. That's good from Barnes. Greg, you look at Harrison Barnes. What's his best role?
I mean, Kevin, he's a hard worker, able to hit the spot-up three. Defensively, his strength gives him some versatility, just a solid contributor.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after years and years of rebuilding, the Kings are finally a team on the rise, and they're earning respect. Draymond Green said they've got a lot of young talent, never quit, probably the fastest team in the history of the NBA. Green said after he plays them, I leave the game exhausted. I go home I'm dead. And Kevin, we know that Green is pretty accustomed to going all out.
David, he sure is. He's got a lot of engine in him. Thank you so much.
Well, the more Whiteside hits this mid-range jumper, the more it's going to help his game out. It's a challenge for the defense to adapt, and they don't want to close out to him too soon. These are available.
Here's Heald. Unable to get that one. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. The offensive rebound, Whiteside, and it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Well, whenever Whiteside has a chance to dunk, man gon' dunk.
Outside Fox to the paint. Dedmon dishes to Fox, and it's blocked. Whiteside. Outside Hood. Bazemore. No one around him. Again, the Trailblazers good for two.
That's just tremendous focus and concentration by Bazemore, getting the ball off the pass and releasing it quickly before the D is even set.
Now, here's Ariza. 14 points from him the last game against the Hawks in Atlanta. Lillard from outside. A three-pointer is right on target. Lillard's got the lead up to 3 now for the Trailblazers.
This is what you're going to get with Lillard. He's a gunner. Right now, he's gunning from deep range.
Here's Fox. And once again, off the mark by Seno. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Now, here's Hood. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Just 5 on the clock. Bazemore passes to Whiteside. And there's the rebound by Dedmon. Dedmon's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
They're looking to start lean on him offensively as Harrison Barnes has it going.
And there's the pass to Whiteside. Sacramento grabs the miss. Dedmon's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Here's Lillard. The Kings getting the bucket. Whiteside, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Whiteside's got 6 here in this quarter.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
Outside, Fox. Inside, and Dedmon throws it down.
Well, when Dedmon is on the roll, he's anticipating the pass and can be devastating getting off the screen.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Bazemore. And here's a look at what's coming up for the Kings. On Friday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. And then on Sunday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best, but if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
Bazemore dishes to Whiteside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And last season for the Blazers, all about bouncing back from their embarrassing first-round sweep at the hands of the Pelicans.
Well, that was definitely a motivator, and I think they put that to bed. Wanted to focus on being the best team that they could be towards the end of last season, and that Nurkic injury really took some wind out of their sails, but they continued to compete and still made noise in the postseason.
First one falls for him.
A great year for the Kings last year. We're in the playoff hunt right up until the very last month of the season and ultimately came up short. But those guys will be hungry to want some postseason play this year.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Rashawn Holmes comes in for Dwayne Dedmon, and it's Bjelica in for Trevor Ariza. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And Brent, as you mentioned, the Kings came up short last year, but you have to think the playoffs are in their future.
Thinking about the playoffs would be nice. They did make a coaching change as Luke Walton is taking over for Dave Yeager, and changing coaches can sometimes disrupt development. Will they continue to play at the same pace that they played at last year? They were phenomenal in the open floor.
Now, here's Fox. A 17-point game for him in the win against the Hawks in Atlanta.
And guys, the other thing that he did well was just facilitate the offense, pass the ball around beautifully in that one. Seriously, put on a passing clinic.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Fox with it. Goodbye, Hood. Again, the miss by the Kings.
And this feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Plenty of games still ahead, Brent. Some discussion about shortening the regular season. Do you think that's going to happen?
I don't think it's going to happen.
Would you like to see it happen?
I like there's some percolating ideas out there that it might, and the idea of a 70-game season to me, it sounds really healthy. It sounds healthy for the players.
Healthy's a great word to use.
It sounds healthy for the coaching staff. It sounds healthy for the league, and it sounds healthy for the competition that you're going to get. Those 70 games, that leaves some elevated play throughout the course of a regular season.
That's a great number.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
And so he makes both from the line.
And you look at where the Kings are now as an organization. Did a great job rebuilding with the Cousins trade.
Well, many fans thought it was a bad deal in terms of talent, but there was so much tumult around that locker room with DeMarcus Cousins. It sort of cleared the deck for them to get themselves younger players, hungry to play and hungry to develop. Now Buddy Hield, a huge part of this team's future, along with De'Aaron Fox and possibly Marvin Bagley.
Here's Lillard after the basket by De'Aaron Fox. Here is Lillard, right side, and it's Sacramento with the rebound. Holmes got rebound number 5 here tonight. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Well, for Bielitsa, he's not the most athletic player on the floor, but Brent, he produces.
Yeah, Bielitsa, one of those guys who can flow into a transition and stop 3 or 4 feet behind the three-point line and drill you from there. So a nice guy as a secondary option on the break is Bielitsa.
And that one misses.
Now, Bielitsa, a big guy who flows into offensive possessions and becomes an invaluable player in terms of the type of floor spacing you would want from a shooting big.
Sacramento making a switch here. Bogdanovich is checked in. And a switch here also for Portland. McCollum's checked in. He hits the second from the line. Trailblazers have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter. A nice, efficient 50%. That's a 2 from Lillard. Misses off the right iron.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Fox passes to Holmes. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. They get Hassan Whiteside. And even though he stands 6'10", Holmes plays taller than that.
He does, mostly, Kevin, because of that length. I mean, he stretches out and uses that quick jump and can block some shots and deter a few guys from trying to do some things offensively.
That free throw good from Holmes. And it's tied up with that one. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. He kicks to Lillard. Pass to Whiteside, and here's McCollum. 5 on the clock. Pulls up, right wing. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Whiteside, no good. For Sacramento, they've gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. McCollum against Hield. Yep, it counts. 12 points for C.J. McCollum.
Well, making the floater look effortless. McCollum has the body control and touch to drop that kind of shot in consistently.
Now, here's Holmes. He dishes it to Hield. Down it goes, his third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
But he's showing more than just the fact that he's a shooter, working his way strength on the inside there.
Portland's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. It's McCollum on the wing. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Here's Whiteside, and it's slammed in by Whiteside.
They're pretty comfortable right now, getting his offense going in more ways than just the block.
Outside, Fox. Shoots over Lillard. Fox, no good. Portland leading. Here's McCollum, and it's denied. That's good from Fox on the assist by Hield. Fox has got 6 here in this quarter.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Outside Hood. Dishes it to Tolliver. Over Bielitsa. Rebound by the Kings.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there, Kevin. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
And with the pause in the action, let's look at the numbers for Whiteside. 4th in rebounding, 8th in blocks, and not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And he's so explosive, so hungry. You really can't keep him off the glass when he wants to get there. That's why he's top 5 in rebounding. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. Joseph, he's checked in for Buddy Hield. And then for the Trailblazers, Skal Labissière's checked in for Whiteside. Mario Hezonja comes in for Anthony Tolliver. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. He doesn't get the second one. Looking at the Trailblazers, they took the last win in their last game against the Atlanta Hawks. Labissière
protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
Joseph, that's good.
A nice job by Bielitsa. Be patient. Look for teammates. He found one.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
And with that shot, the Sacramento lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from McCollum.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Holmes kicks to Joseph. Throws it up high. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Hezonja. And it's off from three-point range. Bielitsa passes to Fox. Labissière sends it back.
Well, the reach of Labissière making impact right there on defense. Dependable with the shot blocking.
The shot's good. Simons has got 9 points. 8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
And I'm not sure I've seen a game with more lead changes this early.
Fox with it. He has 6. Outside, Joseph. They get it back. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Trailblazers have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And didn't shoot it all that well from the line in the first quarter. Doing a much better job now in the second, up over 80%.
Both shots good from the stripe.
And they struggled a bit at the line in the first quarter, but they have been terrific in the second, up to almost 85% overall.
Now, here's Fox. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Bogdanovich. It's rebounded by Labissiere.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Even though McCollum's a little bit thin, he doesn't mind taking the contact and moving away from it before scoring.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
One shot.
The free throw's off from McCollum.
The 2013 draft comes up, and the 10th pick is announced as C.J. McCollum out of Lehigh. And a lot of people said, who is this guy? Not a lot of people say that now, Kevin.
It's been all about Hassan Whiteside for the Portland Trailblazers. His performance that quarter has earned him a double-double. Seems like he's been everywhere in this game. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, it's a hard game so far. Going into the second half, what will you tell your team?
We just got to compete. Keep competing, trust each other, and make plays.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. A tremendous game we're seeing from Hassan Whiteside. He ended up with 17 points, 2 steals, and 1 block. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
Well, I thought that turning point was when the bench came in. Those guys really hustled, and they gave the team some energy, and then they started to score baskets. That was a bonus.
Shaq, how do you think Sacramento played?
The thing I like was how they were making a conscious effort to work the ball inside. They should do the same in the second half. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Whether running the offense through the post, driving it, doesn't matter. Get to the rim, and the rest will take care of itself.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And you know, Harrison Barnes has really been making it happen, guys.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. McCollum the 2 and Hood the 3. Anthony Tolliver out there with Whiteside, and it's Lillard in at the 1. Here's McCollum. And the jam by Whiteside.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
And it's the Kings with the ball after the Trailblazers pick up 2.
So slick with the ball. Fox getting in there and busting out a few moves.
Portland leading by 5. Well, what an incredible difference it was for De'Aaron Fox from his rookie year to his second season.
Well, they really committed to a style that allowed De'Aaron Fox just to take the reins and run up and down the floor. Obviously, we talk so much about his speed and ability to get out in transition to put pressure on the defense. The next step, again, for all these young players is to remain consistent in their play and then defend your position on the other end.
Here's Fox. Following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Fox finds holes. Good ball movement here by the Kings. Shot clock at 6. Hield can't hit. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Looking to get it going. And that's 2 points on the layup. And now it's a 9-point Portland lead.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
And the call will go against Anthony Tolliver. That's his third foul of the game. Lillard against Fox. And it's good. Fox has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, trying to figure out ways to score through contact, De'Aaron Fox does not back down.
Lillard with it, out guarded by Hield. And it's Lillard missing.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Fox dishes to Barnes. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. For Sacramento, they have made 10 of their 14 tries at the free throw line in the game. Free throw drops for Hield. Well, last season we saw Buddy Hield step into the primary scoring option role for the team. He flourished in that, Brent, and his percentages didn't change.
No, he was a great complement alongside what De'Aaron Fox was doing for them in transition. For the new coaching staff, Kevin, it'll be interesting to see if Buddy Hield continues to get 8 threes a game, which is what he did last year, along with trying to improve other aspects to be more and more consistent on the offensive end of the floor.
Here's Fox following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Pass to Barnes. Unloads from 9. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 5 assists tonight.
Well, this time Harrison Barnes using some of his physical advantages to bully the defense or at least get them on their heels.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 20. Count it. McCollum's got 22 points.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
I don't think he sees any kind of defense when he's at that range. It doesn't matter who's guarding him.
Here's Barnes. 8-point game. They teed that time from Hood. The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Lillard with it, now guarded by Fox. Back to McCollum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And that mid-range jump shot discouraged for many players, but not for C.J. McCollum.
I love the way that C.J. can just wind his way to spots on the floor and speeds up when he wants to, not when the defense is asking him to.
And he can't get the first one.
And you talk about shot makers. C.J. McCollum, one of the best in the game. From mid-range, you could argue he's the best, flat out.
Kent Bazemore's checked in for Hood. And he sinks the second. And you look at the shot chart for McCollum. He's a threat big from everywhere.
able to hit off the bounce, pulling up. At his height, he's got to be creative, making space for his shot.
On the wing, Hield. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. Portland leading by 9. Lillard surveying the D. To the inside, McCollum. Oh, that's blocked. Now Hield. He's got 8. That's good from Fox on the assist by Hield. And 12 points for De'Aaron Fox.
Well, that's good teammate stuff right there. Looking for your guys. Buddy Hield has a strong feel for when to give it up.
And the rejection by Holmes. Hield the pass to Fox. Back to Hield. No good from outside. And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. Fires for 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Lillard's got the lead up to 10 now for the Trailblazers.
Well, off the bounce, we know he's good, but off of the kickouts, he can still get it done. That one rings true.
Pass to Fox. The pass to Holmes. Chalk up 2 there.
And they're passing the ball very explicitly here.
This is his second trip to the free throw line. Corey Joseph's checked in for the Kings. Portland also making some changes. Labissiere's checked in for Whiteside. And Mario Hezonja subbed in for Anthony Tolliver. Trailblazers leading by 7. Pass to Bazemore. To the middle. And the rejection by Holmes. Bielitsa with it. Lillard picks him up. And Joseph kicks to Fox. Shoots over Bazemore. And Fox gets it to go. Fox has got 14.
Could come down to selection. Bad shots in the first half. Here in the second, using his head, finding some more efficient opportunities to score.
Now, here's Lillard. He's got 10. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Lillard's got a pair of 3s now here in the third for Portland. Fox against Lillard. Passes it to Joseph. Bielitsa with it. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Hezonja's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Portland moving the ball around. Bazemore on the wing. Covered by Hield. They get the rebound. Labissiere. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, good timing there from Scal. Good at out-hustling the defenders to get on the glass.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Riza comes in for Bielitsa. And it's Bogdanovic in for Buddy Hield. And Portland with a change here too. Simons, he's checked in for McCollum. On the free throw, no good.
And you can see the potential that Labissiere has, an explosive player who's surprisingly quick for his size.
Oh, here's Joseph. Pass to Dedmon. And Labissiere sends it back. And he gets it back. Dedmon's shot is off. Trailblazers leading by 10. There's the pass to Simons. It's hauled in by the Kings. Dedmon's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. A pass to Fox. Now, here's Dedmon. He's covered by Bazemore. Dedmon's shot is off.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
And the shot goes in.
Now, Bazemore seems to be locked in. Even when there's an aggressive defense around him, not getting rattled.
Right side, Fox. Ariza with the bucket.
Now, that play never gets old, Kevin. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
And Lillard kicks it to Bazemore. It's Hezonja in the corner. And it's blocked right out of the air. Controls it. Bogdanovich passes to Fox. Count that one. Fox has got 10 points in the quarter.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
Dedmon with the block.
Well, some more of the reach effect of Dedmon, the way he times that one. Impressive shot blocking ability.
Here's Fox. 16 points for him. Down low. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Dedmon.
Important point there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Here's Simons. 11 points in the game. The dish to Lillard. There's the triple. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Lillard's got 16 points.
He has been an absolute wrecking ball from outside during this half, guys.
Lillard comes with the double team. And here is Fox. Passes to Joseph. From deep. A rebound by Hezonja. Hezonja's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Bazemore dishes to Lillard. And another 3 for Portland.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Joseph. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Can't hit that one. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Hezonja, the pass to Simons. Labissiere up top. Dedmon with the... And the Kings pushing it up now. Sacramento again missing. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Simons, the pass to Lillard. And Lillard gets double teamed. Hezonja kicks to Lillard. Over Ariza. And it's Lillard missing. The Kings trail by 12. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Well, he's always been about speed, even back to his college days at Kentucky, and he's learned how to harness some of that on the offensive end of the floor. De'Aaron Fox picking his spots and looking for areas where he can get to be a little bit more effective.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And Brent, you talk about Fox in the draft. Was viewed as a defensive player.
Well, pretty interesting considering what we've watched over the course of the last year and a half. De'Aaron Fox just out in the fast break and in transition. You wonder if the way the game has changed, Kevin, in the past 3 years, it's allowing a player with the skill set of De'Aaron Fox to really flourish in playing open floor style.
And he makes the first but misses the second.
Well, the quickness of De'Aaron Fox really is incredible. I got a chance to see John Wall early in his career, and it was the speed that we talked about, but speed can kill. And if De'Aaron Fox can control it, he'll be fantastic at creating opportunities for himself and his teammates.
Here's Bogdanovich, following the score by Damian Lillard. Back to Fox. Pass to Dedmon. Over Hood. Dedmon's shot is off.
Just cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it. This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
And so here's Sacramento, following the score by Damian Lillard. Outside, Joseph. Back to Dedmon. And it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
But no question, Dedmon gaining some confidence right now. Looks like he's enjoying himself, overcoming some things tonight.
Lillard outside. Shoots over Fox. It's Lillard missing. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. We've got more in store for you right after this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. At small forward and power forward, it's Ariza and Barnes. Corey Joseph is out there with Bogdanovich, and it's Dedmon in at the pivot spot manning the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Portland leading by 13. To the middle, here's Tolliver, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Dedmon dishes to Bogdanovich. For the 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Tolliver's got his 4th rebound in this one. Hood drives in, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Joseph looking over the floor. He dishes it to Dedmon. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Dedmon using his size on the inside and the defense trying to do their best to keep him away from the basket. Not that time.
Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. And that's now 25 points for Lillard.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now trying to put this one away.
Barnes outside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Continues to try to work to find some consistency, does Harrison Barnes, and right there knocking at the defense's door.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Barnes. And some changes here for the Kings. Bielitsa comes in for Trevor Ariza. And Hield subbed in for Bogdan Bogdanovich. Portland also making some changes. Whiteside comes in for Hezonja. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Anfernee Simmons. Barnes hits them both. Trailblazers leading by 15. Lillard the pass to Whiteside. And Lillard gets double-teamed. McCollum against Hield. Shot clock at 5. Tolliver for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And the Trailblazers lead by 18. And it's Joseph with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Kings. Lets a floater go. Some solid defense from Lillard.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Hood can't get it to go. The Kings have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Joseph has an open look. That one a little long.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
Offensive rebound, right side. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, once his team got Whiteside the ball that close to the bucket, the defense is absolutely at his mercy.
First free throw is good. Sacramento making a switch here. Holmes checked in. That one is no good. The Kings trail by 19. Nobody near Barnes. Hits the three-point bomb. Barnes has got 27.
Harrison Barnes very comfortable in that catch and shoot.
The pass to Hood. Back to Lillard. Right side inside. Guarded by Holmes. Right side, no good. Pass to Joseph. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Now here's Lillard. And the rejection by Holmes. Here's Joseph. Sweet little floater. Joseph's got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Lillard, the pass to Hood. Launches it. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
There's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
A drive by Barnes.
Well, those kind of shots should come with a warning label. Caution, Hassan Whiteside is around. He's simply one of the best shot blockers in the league.
Here's Joseph. And can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line. It's on Damian Lillard. For so long, the U.S. has been the country to beat in international basketball play. But there are some big-time challengers around the globe emerging.
Well, Serbia and Spain continue to be competition that the U.S. takes extremely seriously. And I'm not saying they don't take everybody that they step on the floor against with tremendous amount of respect. We know from years in the past that Argentina had its golden age with the players around Manu Ginobili and Oberto and Nocioni, but that seemed to be a timing thing for the Argentinian national team. Spain and Serbia will continue to be impressive and continue to push USA basketball in these international tournaments and Olympic play.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And Coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldine.
Thanks, guys. I got to talk to his team during that timeout. He told them, look, we're in a good spot. The one thing I want you guys to do, stay in the moment. Don't look ahead. Stay in the moment and compete. Kevin, we'll see if they can keep focused.
Well, he can shoot the three, so defenses have to go out and overplay him, and that's what creates lanes for him to do stuff like that.
Column against Teal. The feed to Barnes. Great D that time from Hood. Portland leading by 12. To the left wing. To the paint. Here's Tolliver. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Good from Tolliver. Both. The Kings trail by 14. Holmes gets it to him. They kick out to Heel. Clock at 6. Goes back up. And the basket is good. Outside Hood. Passes it to McCollum. Here's Lillard. Rebound by Bielitsa. Bielitsa's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Pulls up on the elbow. That one off the back iron and out. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Oh, and here comes Joseph all alone. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Damian Lillard.
Take a break. Take a break.
Free throw good, Joseph.
They are making it look the free throw line here in the second half.
And Joseph drops them both.
It felt like he was a little hesitant in the first half, but really he's amping himself up here and battering around to get himself to the free throw line.
Now, here's Lillard. Inside, here's McCollum. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got his 8th assist here tonight.
Uh-oh. C.J. McCollum has that look in his eye. Confidence growing. And the Portland team now in great shape offensively.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And really, he played mistake-free basketball up to that point. That's the only time he's turned it over so far.
De'Aaron Fox is checked in for Corey Joseph. Lillard against Fox. Steps back and shoots. And that one's good. Lillard's got 29.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
And Holmes throws it down.
Just getting more and more court awareness and where guys are times is De'Aaron Fox.
Feeds it to McCollum. And contact on the so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And really it's fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The first one falls. And so McCollum nails both of them. Here's Fox. Pass to Barnes. By the Trailblazers.
Good looks on the floor, but he simply cannot bury anything right now. He's got to stay confident, though, because everyone knows he can hit those shots.
Now here's Hood. This is to Whiteside. Just 5 to shoot. The 3. Hood can't get it to go.
They've been able to have some team success in this game despite what's been an awful shooting night for him.
They get it back. Here's the double team from Whiteside. Here's Barnes. It's hauled in by Tolliver.
Well, after an impressive first half, he's just not been able to get the room or get anything going here in the second.
Hood kicks to Whiteside. Hood, the pass to Tolliver. No good, shot missing. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. To the inside. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Bialica. The pass to McCollum. Whiteside with it. Holmes on him. Died inside. Guarded by Holmes. That one, no good. Here's Barnes. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Yeah, that's up there. Harrison Barnes with momentum rises up, and that's a highlight.
Fox against Lillard. Kicks it to McCollum. Holmes with the steal. Fox with it. He's picked up by Whiteside. Fox against Whiteside. Pass to Bialica. Barnes right side. Back to Bialica. From the arc. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Fox.
In that first half, guys, they didn't shoot nearly as many threes as they have here in the second, trying to use that shot to stay in the game.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Damian Lillard.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Now Whiteside passes it to Tolliver. He kicks to Lillard. Now Hood, guarded by Fox. It's 5 to shoot. From outside the arc, and that's good. Rodney Hood for 3. And the Trailblazers lead by 10.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Now here's Barnes.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that brings them within single digits. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Sacramento. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Lillard. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter. Fires from deep, and the Trailblazers another three.
The ability to stop there and pull up from any distance, that's why Lillard's defenders have sleepless nights.
Doubled by McCollum. Fox dishes the heel. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession.
Look, Kevin, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Lillard with it, now guarded by Fox. And a wide open look for McCollum, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. And that's now 30 points for C.J. McCollum. Barnes against Hood. From past the arc. Portland leading by 14.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Trailblazers.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, when everything started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
And it'll mark their fourth win on the year, actually their fifth win on the year.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Lillard.
He was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
Now here's Barnes, following the miss by Hassan Whiteside.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
And the basket by McCollum.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Sort of reminding me of a little Ben Wallace action here from his years with the Pistons. He's been that much of a force rebounding the ball.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Damian, it looks like this team's progress can be measured by your improvement at the defensive end. And do we see that tonight?
We made some mistakes like every other basketball team does, but I think we did a great job of making adjustments. We got a little more physical. We did a great job of that.
And that led to a big win, Damian. Thanks for your time, man. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. See you later.